Hello, this is Pedro Romero, back with a brand new interview for the channel. I am here covering the Rising Legends Runeterra Reforged EMEA Finals, in which the top four players within that event qualify for the World Championship of the same name. I have here with me Double61, who's taking part in this particular event. And so, Double61, thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview with me. I really appreciate it. Without further ado, I just want to cover how are you feeling at this moment in time, um, with this event on the come up, and you're just trying to get your headspace in and the like.
I feel well. I would say the meta is very weird. I mean, we had the 6 EMEA in TFT, and the 6 times the meta was good. And this time, I think it's a really awkward spot, but I mean, I will do my best to qualify for Worlds. I already did it 3 times, so why not 4 time?
And just to be clear, you said it was weird because it kind of said you kind of said it was like world or something like that.
I said it was weird because in set 9 now we have the legends, so we can force some comps with the ones, and with the legend TF we can force a lot of S plus comp. So I mean, I think it will be just pray and hit for the multicaster comp or maybe Nila comp. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see. We'll see Friday.
hmm And even so, at this moment in time, with the event coming up right in the near horizon, do you feel that you've gotten fully accustomed to the meta that you've just described, or do you feel like you're kind of 50-50 on it? Where do you fit right now at this moment in time for you?
No, I think I can play the meta well. I mean, I based my game plan on TF, so I think I will play the meta a lot. And if I don't hit, I mean, it's CFT, you know.
Mhm. Yeah, and of course, it's very important to gain that sense of accommodation and also a good sense of consistency. Sorry about that. And as you mentioned, you're very familiar with this process. You won the world championship, the first of its kind within the history of this game, and so you already know what it takes to reach the mountaintop. And so, but even so, I want to take the focus into this particular split with the Runeterra Reforged part of the competition. So it's sort of been of a back and forth kind of split for you so far as your recent string of performances is concerned within the Golden Special Cup. Um, you went from 116th in the first edition to then runner up overall in the second one, and then go back to down to 66th place in the third edition of that circuit. So that ultimately led you to be the last person to qualify by circuit points. And so, how have you navigated throughout this split for specifically, how are you able to go through that time frame?
I mean, when we have to qualify for EMEA, I never trust on GSC. I always qualified through ladder, and I did it this set too. I mean, I was first on ladder, but if I remember well, I finished second in GSC too, so that allowed me to qualify through GSC to GSC this set. But yeah, I mean, I prefer to train in ladder and prepare in ladder. I think this is one of the best way to play in TFT because there is a lot of games, not like 6 games in GSC, and this is more by far more representative. So yeah, I mean, I prefer ladder. And if, as you said, yeah, I already won world championship, so I already did the most hard thing, if I can say. So yeah, I mean, no pressure Friday.
What kind of advantages does participating in the ladder and competing within the ladder offer? compared to, competing in events such as GSC? What are the pros and cons between those two events in your perspective?
I think the only difference is that in ladder you have infinite game, and in GSC you have maybe only 6 games. So you can maybe lower all 6 games. Uh, this can be the case in TFT, unfortunately. So yeah, I mean I prefer ladder because there is a lot of games.
Hmm. And then I guess, like, since you were able to finish at second place in GCS2, I guess that sort of gave you a window of just experimentation, just to see what you can do, and just what you can and plan in order to then present it in an event such like this. Did you go through about that in the third in GSC3, with that sense of you already qualifying considered?
Yes, I mean for me every tourney is a training for EMEA because this is the most important tourney in the year or in the set maybe. Because if you win EMEA, you go to Worlds. If you win EMEA, you are Europe champion. So yeah, I mean every tourney is a training for EMEA. So yeah, sometimes in GSC I experiment. I test some game plan. I train new gameplay. So yeah, and if it don't work, I don't apply it in EMEA.
Of all of the sets that you've taken part in throughout your career in this game, Double 61, where does this particular set stand in terms of difficulty? Is it the most difficult? Is it like in the middle, or is it least? Where does it rank within your list of difficulty? Talking about this set specifically.
You are talking about my difficulties in a set.
Yes.
I think the most difficult part in my career was when I won Worlds. When I won Worlds, after the part like in set 4, set 5, um, I uh, I perf bad at EMEA, and then I asked about myself. I asked why it was going so bad, and I think that it was just not training enough because I was streaming, and streaming is good, but in TFT you have to train a lot. You have to know a lot of things. So I revisited my game plan, and I was only focused on the game. And in set 6 and in set 7, sorry, I go to world again.
Yeah, and of course it's a very difficult thing to navigate, as the world champion, and also in addition to the fact that everybody's just pointing towards you as a target. And yeah, I can only imagine what it's like for someone to be in that sort of position, but you were actually doing that. Um, Taking a little bit of a focus, not just yourself, but throughout the entire region. Um, we've not seen an EMEA player emerge as a champion since your performance in that first set in the game's history. So that said, I'm curious to wonder on your perspective as to what the level is like right now for EMEA relative to other regions. Where does EMEA stand as of now?
I think we have really good players in EMEA, but of course we have to improve. Like in other games, right now there is World of League of Legends, and we can see that EMEA is struggling a little bit. So yeah, I mean we have to improve. Improve is the best thing in every discipline. So yeah, always improve. Even if you are the best, always try to improve, and that's why I'm trying to do since the since the beginning of my career in TFT.
Right. I got one more final question to add in before we wrap it up, due to time constraints. I want to wonder who you view as the biggest obstacle when it comes to to trying to reach the world championship? You know, who do you view as your toughest opponent, and why? Or in addition to that, who is someone that you're most looking forward to facing in this event?
I mean, when you go to Worlds, always the biggest challenge is to be better than the Chinese players. The Chinese players are really, really good. So yeah, you have to review Chinese VODs. You have to look at their competition, the finals in China. So yeah, I think the biggest opponent is Chinese players.
Right, of course, and it's with that mindset and also perspective in mind that we'll be looking forward to more of Double61 in this upcoming EMEA Finals event for Runeterra Reforged. Thank you so much, Double61, for taking the time. Once again,
Thank
this has
you.
been Pedro Romero, and that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.